What's happening, Peacocks? The mighty Leeds United faithful, this is your channel. And today we've got 3 bombshells that are about to shake Elland Road to its very foundations. Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you involves a defender who's quietly becoming untouchable at our club, a warrior who hasn't missed a single league game in 2 years. But hold on, that's not all. We've also got a former Premier League scout dropping some brutal truth bombs about our survival chances that'll have you screaming at your screens. And if that wasn't enough to get your blood pumping, there's serious talk about whether we'll have to sell our best players just to stay afloat financially. The price of Premier League survival might be steeper than any of us imagined, Peacocks. Before we dive into this roller coaster, smash that like button if you're bleeding white, blue and yellow. Drop a comment telling me which Leeds legend you'd bring back right now to save our season. And hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. Now, let me tell you about this defensive phenomenon who's making himself absolutely irreplaceable at Elland Road. Boom, there it is, Peacocks. Joe Rodon. Remember that name because this Welsh warrior has just achieved something phenomenal at our club. This absolute unit has now started 90 consecutive league games for Leeds United. 90, that's not a typo, that's pure defensive dominance. But wait, it gets better. Rodon has made 105 appearances under Daniel Farr, more than any other player. Think about that for a second, in a squad full of talent. In a team that's been through promotion and now fighting in the Premier League. One man has been untouchable. The lad who came from Tottenham as a loan signing has transformed into our defensive general. You know what's crazy? When Jacob Beagle arrived in the summer, everyone thought Rodon's place was under threat. But our Welsh Dragon just looked at the competition and said, "Not today, mate." He's kept his spot, he's kept delivering, and he's kept those clean sheets coming, to already in our first 7 Premier League games. The stats don't lie either. Leeds have the 6th best defensive expected goals in the entire Premier League. That's not luck, that's Joe Rodon marshalling our backline like a gladiator in ancient Rome. Even when he made that mistake against Bournemouth, what did he do? Faced the media like a true warrior, owned it, and came back stronger. His bond with fellow Wales internationals Ethan Ampadu, Carl Darlow, and Dan James has created this Welsh mafia at Elland Road that's absolutely unstoppable. With 55 caps for Wales and counting, our boy is writing history at both club and international level. Let me paint you the picture of his journey, from Cheltenham in 2017 to Swansea where he caught everyone's attention. Then that big money move to Tottenham in 2020 where things didn't quite work out. A loan to Rennes, and then boom, Leeds United came calling in 2023, and the rest is history. This man has found his home, Peacocks. And here's what Luff Data said. They called it phenomenal, and they're absolutely right. In an era where defenders get rotated, rested, dropped for tactical reasons, Rodon has been Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Irreplaceable. Farr trusts him with his life. And when you're a newly promoted team trying to survive in the shark tank of the Premier League, that kind of faith in a player is rare. But hold your horses, Peacocks. Because while our defense is looking solid as a rock with Rodon at the helm, there's a massive problem brewing up front that could send us straight back to the championship. Faster than you can say we are Leeds. Oh no, oh nitrogen monoxide. Just when you thought our defense had us covered, here comes former Premier League scout Brian King with a reality check. That'll make your stomach drop. Speaking exclusively to Mott Leeds News, King has basically said we're doomed if we don't start finding the back of the net. Are they really good enough to stay in the Premier League? I don't think they are. Those are his exact words, Peacocks. This isn't some random Twitter troll. This is a man who's scouted the Premier League for years. And he's looking at our attack and seeing disaster. 3 games without scoring already this season. 3. Dominic Calvert-Lewin struggling to find his feet. And we're creating chances but not converting them. Where if I have TH in expected goals, but where are the actual goals? King's absolutely right when he says if they don't score goals, they aren't going to win matches. And that's what leads to these teams going up and then coming down again. He's seen it all before. The championship winners who come up with confidence, swagger, thinking they'll take the Premier League by storm, only to realize it's a completely different beast. The pace of the game is different. The defenders are a lot better now, King says. And he's spot on. Every defender in the Premier League is an international. Every goalkeeper is world class. Every mistake gets punished. But here's where it gets interesting. Joel Pirro might be our secret weapon. The Dutchman has been warming the bench. But this guy has scored 33 championship goals in the last 2 campaigns. 33! He's hit 19 or more league goals in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Fark's got this natural-born killer sitting on the sidelines, while we're struggling to hit a barn door. Pirro is by far our best finisher, and King's basically screaming at us to unleash him before it's too late. The Premier League is ruthless. You get one chance, maybe to win a game, and if you don't bury them, you're going down. The hierarchy apparently has concerns about Pirro's lack of top-level experience. But what's the alternative? Keep playing it safe while we slide towards the relegation zone. This is survival we're talking about. We need goals. We need them now, and Joel Pirro might be the answer, staring Fark right in the face. We showed fight against Tottenham but came away with nothing. That performance would have got us 3 points in the championship. But this is the Premier League where moral victories mean nothing. You can dominate possession, create chances, defend heroically. But if that ball doesn't hit the back of the net, you're getting 0 points. But wait, because the financial bombshell I'm about to drop might mean we won't even have these players come January. This is it, Peacocks, the moment of truth that could define our entire season. Football finance expert Dan Plumley has just revealed the brutal reality of our situation. We might have to sell our best players just to survive financially. Listen to this, even if we finish dead last in the Premier League, we get £105 million in TV money. But if we stay up, we're talking £110 million minimum plus commercial deals. That's the difference between financial stability and chaos. But here's the kicker. Our PSR restrictions mean we can't spend big in January unless we sell first. Pascal Struich, who's played every single minute of our Premier League campaign, he could be gone. The Dutch defender who's been with us since 2018, in the prime of his career. Clubs will be circling like vultures. 7 starts out of 7, never substituted, never rested, and we might have to cash in on him. Wilfried Nanto, bought for just £3.8 million from FC Zurich. Imagine the profit we could make. But imagine our attack without him when we're already struggling to score. This kid has extended his contract, shown loyalty to the badge, and we might have to ship him off to the highest bidder. And out Tanaka, our £2.5 million signing from Fortuna Dusseldorf, who's been catching eyes since day one against Everton. He's got suitors lining up already. A player we've just brought in, who's adapting to our style, and we might have to flip him for quick profit. Plumley says it all depends on where we are in the table come January. You don't want to lose your best players, he admits, but then drops this truth bomb. The clubs know financially the cost of relegation and the price of staying up. So that's what you're going to be juggling against come January. Parag Marid and the board have a chance to rectify past transfer failures, but they're walking a tightrope. Even with the PSR dispute with Everton settled, we're still facing spending restrictions that could cripple our January plans. It's not just about wanting to strengthen, it's about whether we can without selling our soul. Think about it, we finally get back to the Premier League after years in the wilderness. Our fans are buzzing, Elland Road is rocking, and we might have to dismantle the very team that got us here. It's heartbreaking. The money on offer to stay up is massive, but the cost of trying to stay up might be selling the players who give us the best chance. This is the harsh reality of modern football. Peacocks. It's not enough to have passion, history, and the best fans in England. You need money. And if you don't have it, you have to create it by selling your assets. So here's my question to you, Peacocks. Would you rather keep our stars and risk everything, or sell them to balance the books and pray we survive with what's left? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this is your club. Your opinion matters. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, ring that notification bell, and share this video with every Leeds fan you know. We're all in this together, marching on together, and we'll fight to the end. Are we going to let them write us off, or are we going to prove everyone wrong? Mod Leeds United till we die.